What's up, everybody? I'm going to talk to you about God. Kind of a revelation I had while doing something I don't really approve of, which I sometimes still do, which is smoke marijuana occasionally. And I came across this revelation that, hey, maybe, the search for God is not that complicated. And I realized, I don't know how I realized, but basically, when you ask yourself a question, a genuine question, you want like a helpful answer, don't you sometimes, instead of asking somebody, a friend, or this and that, you ask yourself, what should I do? What's the right thing to do? And then you get an answer that's very genuine and it's very positive and it's a good thing, but it's hard to do it because it simply takes more effort than not doing that. For example, you get in a car accident, you hit somebody that they're not in the car. You obviously have the choice. I mean, it's criminal choice, which if you leave, right, nobody finds out, nobody sees. Or you're like, hey, I could leave a note and just pay for the damage, just for your own good sake. I personally don't really believe in karma, because karma, you can be a bad person and then all of a sudden change, and then bad stuff just doesn't happen to you because you changed. Keep being bad, yeah, something bad's gonna happen to you because you're doing bad. And you're being bad to somebody, they're gonna be bad back to you. So karma is a weird thing. But anyways, the thing I came across, I wasn't really looking to discover this, but simply I wrote, I said, God is your subconscious best self. The goal of life is to reach God level consciousness, meaning you have total control of your emotions and able to easily turn away from temptations through understanding. So literally, ask your subconscious God level understanding for wisdom. Eventually, with enough practice, you become that God level. And to break it down, it's basically me saying, by temptations, I just mean drugs, sex, like bunch of sex with bunch of women, destructive behavior, basically. Bad habits, being aggressive, being mean, being rude, all that kind of stuff. That's what I mean by temptations. And I'm not a Bible person. I'm not a Christian. I'm not in any form religious. But I do believe there is some kind of God to us. Like, a lot of religions preach being pretty much good, like good person to others. And we have that within us. We just have to ask ourselves that question. Sometimes when we ask somebody for advice, they reach into their God level consciousness and give you God level answers. Some people are malicious and give you the worst advice. But you have in you what I call subconscious God level understanding. And by understanding, I mean, like, you're not going to do drugs because you understand why you shouldn't. You understand the consequences of you doing it. You understand the entirety of doing drugs, and that's why you don't do it. On the other hand, some people are like, oh, I don't do drugs because if I get caught, there's consequences, because it will disappoint somebody, because somebody told me not to do, my mom told me not to do drugs. No, don't do drugs because you know it's bad for your health, because you love life, you love being healthy, you appreciate what you already have. So you have all these good reasons why not to do it instead of all these bad reasons not to. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's all I got. That's all I gotta say. God is within you. You don't need the Bible. You don't need all that. If you just ask questions, God's not gonna tell you the bad thing. It's gonna tell you difficult things to do, which is like, hey, if you want to improve your life, work more, or learn, read books. It's gonna suggest all these things, right? It's gonna tell you like, hey, be better, ask. And then some people's God level understanding is probably better than yours. So it takes being open, and your God level understanding is gonna keep growing. So keep reading. So read more, get more information. So that's how you develop your God level understanding. But for the most part, when it comes to like success, yeah, you read books and all that stuff. Like success in terms of money, you read books, business, all that stuff. But when it comes to God level understanding with people and being good to people and not getting mad at people, you have that within you already. Everybody has that, I feel. You set your ego aside and all that stuff, be the bigger person kind of thing. We all have that. You want more advanced stuff, like, it's materialistic stuff, like, oh, I want to be successful and stuff. Yeah, you could ask those God level questions, but it's more work. And yeah, go for it if you want to, but it's not really maybe necessary to be like all that seeking status, unless you're trying to help other people, I feel, along the way. But anyways, that's all I have. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.